bring on the first episode of Through the Turnstiles. Let's go.
All set for the first fixture of Through the Turnstiles. Waiting for the Uber, £13.87. That's so far. I'm waiting for the girlfriend to actually get ready because this is her team she supports. That's her local. And I'm sure you can relate with me on this one. We normally have to wait ages for them to get ready. I mean, look at this poor old dog over there, falling asleep. I can relate, mate. I can seriously relate to that. She's taken so long that the Uber journey has only gone up by £1. Seriously. Nevertheless, though, it's been ordered. Got to wait around for 7 minutes. First spending of the day, that is £14.21. And it's just gone, oh, no. No food for me, thank you. I'm trying to save my bank balance as it is at the moment. Hurry up, I've got a game to go to. Yep, it's 2021 and we're living in the period where we have to wear masks in our faces. You can take whatever opinion you want, but I think it's just safe to bring a mask personally.
You're right. Yep, that's me.
Yep, that's me. My name is Sam Chippeck, and I'm bringing you the first episode of Through the Turnstiles. And the first game I'll be showing you in this series is Birmingham City versus Queen's Park Rangers. I think I nailed the Birmingham pronunciation. Or maybe it's Birmingham. Honestly, I don't even know, but either way, it's quite rightly known as the worst accent in the UK. I'm only joking. Honestly, please don't unsubscribe. I mean, the whole aim of this series is really to go through the turnstiles of English football and just see what these grounds are like and what the atmosphere is like and whatnot. Maybe even give them a rating. I mean, it's definitely not a copy off of Smith or Thogden or Fusion. I don't know if it's just me, but every time I'm in the Midlands, I always see a St. George's flag fluttering in the air. Nothing wrong with it, but it's just not the Euros. It's not the summer. This is Championship football we're talking about. About to show you the sign to St. Andrew's State. Oh, for God's sake, the Uber driver's driving way too fast. Ah, yes, here's a sign at last. This way to Birmingham City FC. It's only a 15-minute journey and we're already out the cab, walking over to the ground. And we're walking past one of the gates. It's not the best of views, so I want to actually try and find a good view. I've only gone over and found the best ever view in a Morrison's car park, but it was worth it, even if I had to walk an extra 5 minutes. And of course, here's a flag fluttering high in cloudy Birmingham. Now here's where it gets interesting. I've never been to this ground before, and I got to find where my seat actually is. And we're making it down the pathway closer to the stadium, where we also end up right outside the stadium to get a good look of it. I mean, it's old school. And like I said, old school's actually a good thing in football. Now we're waiting to see if we can actually find anywhere to go and sit, only to actually find out that we're nowhere near where we're sitting. We're actually at the other side, so away we go. Still walking still. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? The answer is yes. After a 15-minute walk of literally looking around, we are there. And as you can see, there is a proper old school looking turnstile. This ain't old school, however. This is a digital ticket, the curse of modern football. Speaking of which, total cost of this ticket, 20 quid. And here I am, about to go through the... Ow, that actually hurt. That banged me against the knee just now. But here we are going through the turnstiles, ready to see a game of football. Decided to get some pre-match refreshments. Total cost of it was almost £7. I'll go into it a bit later, but I'm not too happy about the froth. I'm now going up the steps to see a good view of St. Andrews. And I've got to say, it might be an old-fashioned ground, but this ground has character. It's subject to opinion completely, but I really like the look of this stadium. I mean, nowadays, it's modern stadiums, just like the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium or the Emirates Stadium or the Etihad. St. Andrews Stadium, however, still brings you that old-fashioned element of football, and I think that is what's needed, really, in this current day and age. And here are the away fans, the QPR fans, that is. I might rephrase my words about old-fashioned stadiums, because this pole is obstructing my view. Ah, yes, Troy Deeney. Good to see you again, son. Good to see you. I noticed a few of you on my Instagram commented why are so many of the lower tier seats empty, which if you actually do want to follow me on Instagram, this is my handle, just a little bit of a cheeky plug-in. Long story short, the council has completely closed off the seating, deemed to be unsafe and need refurbishments. This is a tribute for this young lad, Arthur, who was a Blues fan. And I'm actually sat in a family stand where they've dedicated this to Arthur, so I have to say fair play to the club because that is a really nice touch, and rest in peace, Arthur. Time for some atmosphere.
And Birmingham City!
I'll get into my thoughts about the atmosphere at the end of this video, but as you can see, the Blues players are now warming up, and so are the QPR players. They're also welcoming the away fans, and it's time for kickoff. Game on. I was actually looking forward to watching this game of football until I remembered I've got this pole in front of me. How am I going to watch the game? Just remembered that's Luke Amos, ex-Spurs player. Welcome back, son. Forza Blues. In a fixture like this, Coppers won't really have anything to do, so they might as well go for a little walk. So far, it's just been mainly QPR controlling the game, and they're already up there at their end, going for a cross. Great clearance. But Birmingham have the ball now. He crosses it, and I can't see anything because of this pole. That's a brilliant tackle from Dion Sanderson. He's having a little bit of words with number 9. Another solid tackle from Sanderson. It's a great shame, though, because Birmingham really need him, but he's a loan from Wolves, and his contract actually terminates this month. And that's 1-0 QPR. Albert Adoma manages to capitalise through some very poor defending from Blues, and as you can tell with the celebration, he's ex-Villa, so he's of course going to celebrate, and the Blues do not like that. Oh. Quality save from the keeper. Yep, that scoreboard reflects the game quite accurately. Blues aren't really doing much. Fair bit of empty seats right now. Another obstructed view and I can't see anything. Still can't see anything. But I have a perfect view of this schoolboy defending. And now I don't. This isn't a game of football if the ref isn't having words with Troy Deeney. This poor sod is bored, he's on his phone. He's probably in the doghouse with his missus for not taking the rubbish out before leaving for the game. More empty seats, people are going for a beer and pie. This geezer's had enough and wants to skip the queue to get a beer. Throughout this first half, I've really struggled with that poll, but it's 1 minute until half-time. Fast forward and it's already half-time. Not a great first half for Blues. Groundsmen of the championship do not take the mick. They make sure they do their job. Trying to see what their mascot actually is. Oh, it's a dog. How original. Seems like these group of lads are having a very deep conversation. I wonder what it could be. They could be discussing if there'll be another lockdown, or maybe do you put milk or tea bag first in the mug. But the second half is underway. Blues fans are just hoping to see something different. I'm trying to watch the game, but people all of a sudden seem to be standing up. But what's this? What's this? Oh, it's only Super Gavin. Gavin is bringing the bovrils for his pals. That is the mate you want. Blues have been awarded a free kick. Can they deliver? Sadly not. Oh, so close yet so far. Frustrating for Troy Deeney. At least some are enjoying this game. The QPR away end are clearly loving what they see. Yep, Adoma still getting that welcoming reception. Jordan James manages to skin his man and he's going for the run and he's going to make the cross. I mean, I know it's championship football, but really? Really? Blues have won themselves another free kick. It is from scoring territory. Troy Deeney is going up to take it. Expected a lot better from you, Troy. Blues manager Lee Bowyer finally decides to make a sub. And over here, if you look a little bit up, yep, over there, just a very interesting choice for branding and marketing. There's clearly quite a number of Karens in that stand that are not approving of that branding. This poll can really do one because I can't see what's going on.
Goal scorer for Queen's Park Rangers is 21.
Yep, it's 2-0 QPR. Blues are having enough of this. The players look completely out of it. Some fans have already had enough and are going home. However, if there's one thing I learned, don't get up from your seat or turn off the TV after 2-0. Yep, from out of nowhere, the substitution Chucks Aneke has made it 2-1. A little bit of hope and determination left in this game and the atmosphere is back and running. Blues have got just over 10 minutes to try and at least make an equaliser. And as you can see, Charlie Austin is just strolling from the bench. A scuffle breaks out between QPR and Blues players. And as you can see here, Troy Deeney gets involved. Everyone backs down. You do not want to piss off Troy Deeney. You heard that. 4 minutes extra time. Blues players have got to do something fast. But everything is going all wrong. Their keeper is all of a sudden injured. If there was any hope or determination left, that's all gone now as the fans are making way for home. Make matters even worse, Lee Bowyer has used all his subs, which means they are now going to have to play with 10 men and an outfield player in goal. But credit to this outfield player because he's actually got a very decent delivery. Hahaha. Very funny, but sadly it's not the case. It was marked offside. Blues left it too late, and the final score is Birmingham City 1, QPR 2. The fans are now making their way home. QPR fans might decide to stay a little longer though, because they did witness a good game of football for their team, and they're very thankful for it, and the players are acknowledging them. I'm now making my way home. Off I pop, but before I go, I take one final look at this stadium, which in my opinion, I think is a very, very decent ground. But it's going to be a long walk home. Quite clearly, it's still Christmas for some. Going down some escalators and hopping onto the train, that's another £8 spent. I think it's time that we rounded up this experience. If we're talking about price, this is just under £50, especially for a game of football, because you have to think about this. Most Premier League tickets are not even going to be £50. They're going to be more expensive. Was it worth the price, though? The beer and Sprite I thought was overpriced, and considering as well that the beer was actually poured with 2 cans, not even on draft. The refreshment rating is getting a 1 out of 5 from me, I'm afraid. Let's talk about the atmosphere. I was a little bit shocked to see how absent the atmosphere was. I think granted that a lot of the lower tier stand was pretty much cut off, but I was still fairly disappointed with it. I was expecting to see a much better atmosphere. Majority of this game, I think the home atmosphere was fairly quiet. It was more of the away atmosphere we were hearing. So I am going to be nice based on the stadium reductions they're having and give it a 2.5 out of 5. It wasn't great. We'll leave it like that. Let's talk about the stadium overall. I think overall the stadium does have a good old-fashioned football element to it. The whole structure of it is pretty much old-fashioned, and it's like one of the things that's dying out in football that we definitely do need to cherish. I will have to say, though, my view was pretty much obstructed majority of the game from a pole. It was also, like I said, a shame that a lot of the lower tier standing was pretty much cut out, but that's not really the club's fault. Overall, I think I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. If it wasn't for that pole, I think it would have been a solid 5 out of 5. And screw it, this is called Through the Turnstile, so let's rate the turnstile. That turnstile would be getting a 5 out of 5, but I banged my knee on it, so I'm sorry. It's getting a 4.9 out of 5. It's a nice old school turnstile, and I wish modern day turnstiles just didn't look like airport security. But that's it from me today. This is the first episode of Through the Turnstiles completed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments below which ground you want me to visit next, which turnstiles you want me to rate as well. But that's it. God bless. Goodbye.